Painful Wisdom Day 29. If somebody repeatedly tells you that they are unhappy with their life, run away, man. What they are essentially doing here is openly admitting to you that they know they can change, but deliberately decide not to so that they can be validated by you and stay the same. There are so many situations in which I've had to experience this, where, people come to you and ask for advice, while in reality, the only thing they're searching for is validation so that they can feel safe and trusted and comforted. And that state of comfort then leads to them staying the same and actually then not changing. And it's sad because you sometimes think that people want to hear advice so that they can change for the better. I hope that my footsteps are not too loud. But actually, they're just searching for short-term comfort so that they can keep continuing with the life that they're currently living. This is, of course, assuming somebody is repeatedly telling you that they're unhappy with their life over a period of 1, 2, 3 years. If we're talking about a good friend of yours or a person who you just met who's just struggling over a course of a couple months, that's of course a different situation, or a couple weeks. They could also have a medical condition that just makes their life harder than it needs to be. That of course also leads to them perhaps for a couple of months or even years saying that their life is shit. But even then, if you have a certain medical condition, after a specific period of time, you can either start to get used to it and stop being a victim and actually try to maximize the life that you have than just seeing it as another reason to why you're miserable. Like, for example, I have asthma, and for the majority of this summer, I was not able to breathe properly. I had some attacks where, I had a fear that I was even gonna breathe for the next couple of minutes. There were some pretty disgusting moments. I was not able to go outside that much, not be that much in nature and do that much with other people, because I knew that if I did, that would result in me having a lot of breathing problems, not being able to sleep properly, and therefore not having the most well-regulated nervous system, and of course not being able to work properly and think and focus properly. So it would just elicit a chain reaction out of shit events. But despite having asthma, I still had to find reasons how to live a life that is enjoyable and not be a victim of it, and complain to my friends that, oh, my life is shit, I can't breathe. I maybe complained about this for like the first couple of weeks, but then I slowly realized there's no benefit in doing so, and I had to start to accept that this is how my new life is. And I was sick. I'm slowly getting better, but I was sick for the last 2 weeks, and when you have asthma, even a normal cold turns into a small lung infection. So there are a lot of reasons that you cannot control that are just unlucky, that could allow you to complain that you're not happy with your life for a longer period of time. But even then, it's not a solution. And if you see other people doing this, do they really want to change, or do they just want to have your words so that they can feel comforted and stay the same? I mean, there are so many other situations in which I've experienced this, and it's sad. It's sad. But that's something I had to learn. People don't want to change, they just want to get validated so that they can stay the same. And if one of you guys are in this trap, if anybody's even watching this, remember that. Because often, in the dating space, we have this scenario where we think that they're listening to us, they're changing for the better, oh yeah, they're finally listening to my advice, my partner really wants to make a change. Well, in reality, they just want to feel validated and feel comforted, and they actually don't care about changing. They just want the short-term comfort and the confirmation from you that they're okay, that everything's going to be fine. And the funny thing is, we often say, yeah, your life's going to be fine if you implement the advice that I give you, if you start changing, if you start shifting your perspective to an overall more growth-conducive one. But often people just ignore these things. They take the words, oh yeah, you're okay, and then they shift back to baseline.